Namaskar. We are studying semiconductor diodes. The topics we are going to see are what is forward biasing a diode, what is reverse biasing a diode, what is VI characteristics of a diode, and what is ideal VI characteristic of a diode. The topic is forward biasing a diode. When we connect the p-type material to the positive terminal of battery and n-type material to the negative terminal of battery, then the p-n junction diode is under forward bias condition. Before applying this forward bias, the p-n junction diode is under equilibrium condition with the barrier potential Vu. When we apply the forward bias, this forward bias potential will act in opposite direction to that of the barrier potential, and therefore you can see here depletion layer is there with the width W is there. So when we go on increasing the forward bias potential, the barrier potential will go on decreasing. Barrier potential will is nothing but the opposition to the flow of charge carriers across the junction. This forward bias potential will act in such a way that this positive potential will repel the holes towards the junction. Similarly, the negative potential here will repel the electrons towards the junction, and in this way width of the depletion layer decreases. As we go on increasing this forward potential further, at one point this depletion layer will disappear, as well as the barrier potential will disappear, and there will not be any opposition to the flow of charge carriers across the junction, and therefore a large amount of current flow takes place. Uh, to decide the direction of flow of current through the diode under forward bias condition, consider the flow of electrons. The electrons will flow from N region to the P region like this, in this direction. So direction of electron current flow is like this, and therefore our direction of forward current, conventional current flow, is in the opposite direction. So our forward current will flow in this direction. Next, we have to see VI characteristic of a diode under forward bias condition. So here VF is forward voltage and IF is forward current of a diode. The forward current of a diode is in the milliampere range. So when we study this characteristic, there are two cases we have to consider. The first case is when this forward voltage VF is less than the barrier potential VU. And second case will be when the forward voltage VF is greater than the barrier potential VU. Now consider the first case when VF is less than VU. In that case, you can consider this portion when VF is less than VO from O to A. In that case, the barrier potential will prevent the free movement of charge carriers across the PN junction. The holes from the P junction will not be able to cross in the opposite direction. Similarly, electrons in the N region will not be able to cross in the opposite direction. So therefore the current IF will be almost equal to 0. This OA part of the characteristic shows when VF is less than VO. Now we are going to see when the forward voltage VF is greater than VU. In that case, the depletion layer will disappear. There will not be any opposition to the flow of charge carriers across the junction, and a very large amount of current flow will takes place. The holes from the P side and electrons from the N side will freely move in the opposite direction, and a large flow of current will take place. Now there is one parameter, that is cut-in voltage. The cut-in voltage is 0.3 volt for germanium and 0.7 volt for silicon. So what is this cut-in voltage? After the cut-in voltage, the barrier potential will be overcome and there will be a rapid increase in the forward current of the diode. So cut-in voltage for germanium is 0.3 volt and for silicon it is 0.7 volt. Next is reverse biasing a diode. When we connect p-type material to the negative terminal of battery and n-type material to the positive terminal of battery, then it is said that diode is under reverse bias condition. So under this condition, the holes in the P region will move away from the junction and towards the negative terminal of battery. Similarly, the electrons will get attracted by the positive terminal of battery and they will move away from the junction in this direction, and therefore width of the depletion region increases. So correspondingly barrier potential increases and there is theoretically no flow of current in the external circuit of the diode, and current is theoretically zero. But due to thermal effect, uh, there is breaking of some of the covalent bonds in both the regions due to room temperature. So therefore, there is a continuous production of electron hole pairs in both the regions. So there is a presence of some of the electrons in the p region, which are called as minority charge carriers. Similarly, there is a presence of few holes in the n region, and these are called as minority charge carriers in the n region. So under the reverse bias condition, these electrons, which are the minority charge carriers in the p region, will move towards n region in this direction. Similarly, the holes in the n region, which are the minority charge carriers in the n region, will move towards the p region, and they will constitute the a very small current that is called as reverse saturation current, and therefore the electrons are moving in this direction, and therefore the direction of flow of reverse saturation current is in this direction, and that is the reverse saturation current denoted as IO. This reverse saturation current is totally temperature dependent, and it is in the microampere range for germanium semiconductor, and it is in the nanoampere range for the silicon semiconductor. As germanium is more temperature dependent, therefore the reverse saturation current is more in case of germanium material. Next we are going to see VI characteristic of a diode under reverse bias condition. So here VR is the reverse bias voltage, IR is the reverse saturation current. This microampere range is for germanium, and this range, reverse saturation current range, is will be in the nanoampere range for silicon. So see here, when we increase the reverse bias potential in this direction, initially the current is ideally zero. But for the reverse saturation current, you can show it like this in the microampere range, a very small amount of current in the reverse direction. So as we go on increasing the reverse bias potential at a very large reverse bias potential, the free electrons in the n-type region moving towards the positive terminal will acquire sufficient kinetic energy to move with high velocity, and while moving with high velocity they will collide with some of the semiconductor atoms and will free some of the electrons. These newly liberated electrons will acquire sufficient energy, and they will also start moving with high velocity, and they will liberate more and more number of electrons. In this process, at one point a very large number of free electrons will be available and junction will break down, and there will be free movement of charge carriers across the junction, and a very large amount of current flow shown like this will takes place in the opposite direction, and this situation is called as avalanche breakdown condition, and this voltage at which the breakdown of the junction occur is called as the reverse breakdown voltage, VBD. This voltage is called as reverse breakdown voltage. So here is the explanation for forward bias and reverse bias. This is the summary what we had studied earlier. So under the forward bias condition, the applied when applied voltage becomes greater than the cut-in voltage, there will be a overcoming of barrier potential, and large amount of current flow takes place in the forward direction. Under the reverse bias condition, the barrier potential goes on increasing because of the widening of the depletion region, and there is a very small amount of reverse saturation current flow takes place in the opposite direction. So this is the VI characteristic of diode under forward and reverse bias condition. This is the combined characteristic. So this upper part shows the forward bias characteristic and this lower part shows the reverse bias characteristic. So under forward bias, you can say see that there is a curve plotted the between forward voltage and forward current. So ID is the forward current and this VD is the forward voltage. So you can see that the current is ideally zero before the cut-in voltage, and after the cut-in voltage here, the current increases rapidly in the forward direction. So under the reverse bias condition, initially, as you go on increasing reverse bias potential, the reverse saturation current flow like this, a very small amount of reverse saturation current. But after the breakdown voltage VBR, there is a large amount of current flow takes place in the reverse direction. Here it is shown in the nanoampere range. So this is for silicon. For germanium, it is in the microampere range. This reverse saturation current is totally temperature dependent. Here we are going to see the ideal VI characteristic of a diode. For a forward bias voltage, the current increases exponentially with the increase of voltage. A small change in the forward bias voltage increases the corresponding forward bias current by orders of magnitude, and hence the forward bias PN junction will have a very small resistance. Ideally it is 0. So under forward bias condition, the diode resistance is ideally 0. The level of current flowing across a forward bias PN junction largely depends upon the junction area. In the reverse bias direction, the current remains small, almost zero, irrespective of the magnitude of the applied voltage, and hence the reverse bias PN junction will have a high resistance and ideally it will be infinite. So under forward bias, the diode has zero resistance, and under the reverse bias, it will have ideally infinite resistance. The reverse bias current depends on the area, temperature and type of semiconductor material. Here we have to summarize the diode biasing with circuit symbols are shown in figure. So first one is forward biasing, a PN junction diode. This is the symbol of diode and this is the direction of forward current in this direction. So here the reverse bias connection is shown to the PN junction, and here we are going to see the direction of flow of current. So direction of flow of current is in the opposite direction. Reverse saturation current will flow in this direction. This is not the direction. So reverse current will flow in this direction. This is the reverse current IR and this one is forward current IF. So these are the references. The resource material diagrams has been taken from other resources. So we acknowledge them. And dear students, happy learning.